Hey there, it's that yogi guy. And I've been thinking about this question about Samyama, which, by the way, was a very good question. But it made me realize something. It it made me realize that the present day yogi teachers that are out there, well-meaning as they may be, have the environment, the all of them together, have turned this concept of Samyama into this thing, right? And it's being used to describe different processes, which which is unfortunate because it's confused what it actually is, and it's like, well, how do I describe this? It's kind of like Samyama. Oh, well, I'll call it Samyama. It's very natural. It's very natural what's happened, but it doesn't help. It doesn't help our understanding of what it is that we're trying to accomplish. So keep that in mind. It's turned into this thing, and it's not really that thing. That's not what it is. Um, I told you what it was on the previous things. I told you it's predicated on pratyahara. That means you have to have pratyahara first before you can experience samyama. If you're not experiencing pratyahara at this moment, then you're not ready at this moment to experience samyama. It doesn't work that way. So here's another way to think about it. It's like riding a bike. So you get on the bike and you need your balance, and you need a forward momentum, and you need to rotate your feet at the same time. So there's those three forces that are coming together in combination to create the perfect storm, which is you getting on the bike and going forward with it, right? So that's kind of what Samyama is, that it requires... Now here's the thing, before you can do all that, you actually have to get on the bike. You have to sit on the seat and begin to try and balance yourself on that. If you're not on the bike yet, you're not actually riding the bike yet, right? That makes sense. So, we can use the name of Samyama, and we can rotate the pedals, and we can move the bike forward while we're standing next to it. But we're not actually riding it. To ride it, you have to get on the bike. And that's the same thing with Samyama. If you're going to experience Samyama, if you're like, oh my God, there's Samyama is this thing, I got to experience it, then you've got to get on the pratyahara. You got to get inside the spine. And that's the tricky part. There's the rub, right? So, that would be the thing to concentrate on. But don't concentrate on it too much. You'll just drive yourself crazy, and you won't actually help yourself. The whole thing is about relaxing. So relax your way into it if you're going to do anything. But so there's a nice metaphor for you. It's kind of a gestalt. It's like driving a car. Driving a car is a gestalt of things. You're doing all these things at once. But when you drive the car, you don't actually think about, oh my God, I'm doing this gestalt. When you're riding the bike, you don't think, I got to balance all these things together. You just get on the bike and you do it because it's something that you've learned. And it's the same thing with Samyama. It's really not this thing. It's not important to... it's okay to understand these things, and because it's been turned into this thing, then yeah, okay, well, we better understand this because it's turned into this thing, and we want to be informed. We don't want to be confused. So that's good. But here's the thing. You don't really need to know this stuff. You don't need to know about Samyama to actually do it. You're just going to be inside your spine, and you're not going to care. So, at the end of the day, it is a moot point because there are better things to be concentrating on. And I just want you to know that you don't need this information so much to do this. If you just follow the technique, follow the breath, do the pranayama technique, relax into your meditative posture. That's the important stuff to really work and concentrate on. If you really want to figure something out, spend your time figuring out, this is my recommendation, as a fellow yogi, as a friend, figure out the breath states. Figure out the stages of sense reversal that I write Hacking, here it is on the screen. Hacking the Universe, the Process of Yogic Meditation. Please read it, because you need to know the breath states. You need to know the stages of sense reversal. And they go in that order, by the way. Work with the breath states, then work with the stages of sense reversal. So there are a lot of things that you need to learn before you can work on those, right? You need to learn a pranayama technique. You need to relax your body. You need to be in a meditative posture. There's all these things that you need to do before you can get to the breath states. But once you have all that information, once you're sitting in a meditative posture, practicing your pranayama technique, you've said something to focus your brain towards your higher self. Now you're ready to do the pranayama technique. Now's the time to be learning the breath states. Now's the time to be learning what the stages of sense reversal are, what it means, where they're taking you. You got to figure that stuff out. That's important. That's really going to propel you forward. Samyama, well, maybe it interests you so much that it will propel you forward. But me, it's just you put those three things together. They come together. You don't put them together. They just come together. Here's what it really looks like. You're inside your spine. Okay, you get there. And when you do that, that's going to blow you away. You're going to be utterly blown away when you're inside your spine. It might even freak you out a little bit, right? Because you're used to having a body. And when your body's suddenly gone from your awareness, from your consciousness, it's gonna blow you away. So you're in your spine, and you're gonna see the light. You're gonna hear the sound, and that's gonna be so wondrous that you're just gonna concentrate on that. And then you're going to start to merge with it. That's it. That's it. It wasn't that complicated, was it? It's going to be so natural that you don't need to figure this out. So, there you go. So concentrate instead. If you want to figure something out, figure out what the stages of sense reversal are. Figure out how to master the breath states. Figure out what those are, what they're doing for you. Figure out how important they are. Figure those things out, because those two things have been missing from yoga for quite some time now. They've not that they've disappeared. They were out there. They were ready to be learned. It's just from the community of yogic meditation, those two subjects have been missing for a very long time. They should be talked about every day. Every day. That's when I know that that I did my job. Until then, I'm still I still must be useful, because we're not talking about breath states and stages of sense reversal every day. So we're not there yet. So we need to learn those. We need to learn those desperately, because those are gonna rock your world. If you're a yogi meditator and you practice yoga every day, and you learn the breath states and the stages of sense reversal, if you really figure those things out, they're going to rock your world. And you're going to be wondering why nobody mentioned these to you years and years ago. They are designed to be the shortcut for the shortcut. Yoga is supposed to be the shortcut path. And it is if we use it, right? So, breath states and the stages of sense reversal are the shortcut. I'm convinced, personally, that they are the shortcut to the shortcut. Alright, there you go. So go figure it out, okay? Take care.